Welcome to PropertySMART Industrial and Commercial segment. My name is Stephen Yeo. I have been a property investor and agent for the past 15 years. So today we'll be focusing on food factory. What are the difference between food factory and regular B1 and B2 industrial factories? The technical aspect that differentiate the both of them, where they are usually located, is there any special zoning areas for them? The government plan for Singapore to diversify as well as safeguarding our food source, and how does a 30 by 30 plan by the government ties in with this vision? And also, most importantly, if we know what the government is planning to do, how can we actually benefit from it? So without further ado, let's just dive straight into it now. Actually, food factory are classified as B2, industrial property. There are certain technical specifications in food factory that are not found in other B1 and B2 industrial property. For example, first of all, as the name suggests, B2 food factory is for food production. Food factory has got grease trap, which is not found in any other B1 or B2 industrial property. Secondly, air ducts are provided in most or if not all industrial property, but the air ducts for food factory are usually ducted all the way to the rooftop. Thirdly, power output. Normally for food factory, the power output is usually much higher compared to other B1 and B2 industrial property, typically starting from 100 ampere and above. What is the reason? The reason is because for food factory, usually they use heavy machineries such as cold room, and also other refrigerators that require higher power usage. Point 4. The floor loading for food factories are usually heavier, typically starting from about 12.5 kilonewton compared to other B1 or B2 industrial property, which typically starts from about 7.5 kilonewton. The reason is because for food factory, their floor loading have to be heavier to cater for heavier machinery and also cold room. Of course, there are other factors that differentiate food factory from your normal B1 and B2 industrial factories, but these four are the main points to consider. In Singapore, the government's concern about food security and safety has always been at the top of the priority. So as such, they have designated 8 specific areas for food factory to be located, namely Jurong, which is Chin Bee, Pandan Loop, Fishery Port, as well as Tanjong Kling. Next, we have Tuas, the Tuas View area. We have the Lorong Halus area, which is near Defu Lane, the Mandai area, the Kampong Ampat area, which comprises of Paya Lebar, Tai Seng, as well as Kampong Ubi, the Senoko, Woodlands East, as well as Sembawang area. Last but not least, the Bedok area, where the Bedok Food City is located. So why is food factory in such high demand? We take a look at a few factors that have actually resulted in this. For example, in 2010, there were 13,828 food shops in Singapore. In 2021, the SFA figure have revealed that there was 21,073 food shops in Singapore, which is an increase of more than 52%. Why is this so? You can see that over the years between 2010 and 2021, the changing lifestyles of Singaporeans have evolved drastically. More and more people are choosing to eat outside, and more people are also choosing to actually grab food back to their own house. So what happens is that the demand for food processing, food preparation spaces have increased exponentially. On average, Singaporean consumes about 16 kg of leafy vegetables per year. Singapore, being a small country, we actually produce 10.8 million kg of vegetables per year, whereas we import 81.5 million. For fish, average Singaporean consumes about 17 kg per year. However, we only produce 5.6 million, and we have to import the rest, which is about 96.5 kg from overseas sources. So we can see that our dependency on overseas sources is very, very high. All in all, if you consider all the food that was consumed in Singapore, we only produce slightly more than 10% of it. Coming back to our government's announcement in 2019, the Singapore Food Agency has set a target of producing 30% of Singapore's nutritional food by 2030. This was an announcement by our Singapore ministers. My conclusion today ends with 3 main points. Number 1, the location and the short supply of food factory. Number 2, the high demand for food processing space. Number 3, the 30 by 30 vision, but we're only 10% there. All these 3 factors leads to the conclusion that we will be having a very high demand for food processing and food production space for the next 7 years. Thank you for joining me at PropertySMART. Do like and subscribe to our channel. Follow me on our next episode where we'll go on site to some food factory for more in-depth discussion. Thank you. Bye-bye.